Hello everybody, how you do? How you doing? Feeling? Sorry for the beginning, funny moments in the explanation, but I think that's just required a bit. But yeah, those who are here right now, thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful holiday, staying safe. A lot of things happening, I'm sure of it. In this today, I'm recording this and doing this video in the 12th to 31 of 2024, meaning we are here in the end of our journey, in the sense that this year and a new one begins. Uh, Probably you notice I decided to record the game Sky because it feels like the right thing to do. There's no way to explain it. You can enjoy the background scenery as I'm passing by the journey. Mini spoilers. I will show the fully journey of any moth will go through, but I will not. But I will not like go show you like how the ether look like, right? Would just tilt you off for those who are watching. Even though the game has already been a while out, you could probably see in the internet how it looks like. But me just gonna show you the game. The reason I was showing the Sky specifically because this game gave me a little bit like place to play and feel a little bit thinking, I guess. If you don't know what is Sky Children of the Light, is a simple story-driven game. You just walk, you do mini quests of the spirits and everything. Sceneries, a lot of stuff you can see. Probably showing you guys a little bit there and there. Simple as said, enjoy the view and listen to my voice if you want to. I'm not exactly the good voice in the world, but I get it. But cannot we have better mic, sadly. But yeah, 2024, huh? It's ending at the last day. As recording this video and all correct saying editing this video, I guess we're working on the 1:38 p.m. right now. It's my time zone, and you know, I say a lot of times that I am been a lot of journeys and what happened to me. Like I guess my first video will probably be shown. I don't know. That as I think things changed. I am now in the land of Canada. I am trying to slowly build my life here. I am still waiting in a sense to start my footing, but at the same time I know it's how I say it now. It's the unknown, I guess is great to say. I don't know how to feel about this journey I'm in now. I'm in a sense took a risk, accepting they took the risk because they represented me an option and I took it. Funny part, effectively the funny part is I never meant to be in Canada. I meant to be in Portugal in the first place. That's the funny part. I am surprised that I am here right now. Honestly, I'm still a bit surprised. It's not even say surprised. I'm a bit of a surprised, but not surprised. It's this weird feeling of, you know, confusion and everything happening. Like Sky, right? You start your journey from not knowing anywhere you go, like even showing, like, you know, you see the beacon up there, you know something is you need to go up there, so you take your first step, right? And you fly. And what gives this good feeling about this game is just it feels so like my journey right now, the unknown, where you go, you just go with the journey, meeting, talking, enjoying, you know, like playful enjoyment energy and hope for the best, you know, like you don't know what's gonna happen, you say fuck it, but sorry for slurs, I guess it changed to fudge. Fudge, right? Like you go for a journey you feel like is right for you. Just be showing you a little bit to be aware this game is a lot of cutscenes and everything. I will be showing the small ones how it looks like the cutscenes in some way, but I will put it when I'll filter, well not filter, I'll put a showing the no, I'll turn off the cutscenes so we don't need to wait for too long about each one, because as you can see, the cutscenes is really like the game is beautiful. Like it's all about visual storyline that I love the most because I love story visual style driven games. Like gives me like this. You don't tell you what's happening, but they show you by art. So as I show you this, I'm right now going to the thing and turn off all the cutscene, skip all the cutscene and everything. Yeah. So if you want to know what all the cutscenes and art and everything, please go play the game yourself and enjoy it. It's worth it every moment. I guarantee you that. And you can make even friends. You even saw like a couple of seconds ago there were like peeps passing by. Like, this is not just you passing by Journey, right? This is more than you. There is more to this game. Like, this is an online game, but it's an open Journey game. You can play it by your phone. You can play by everything. As I said, like, there's a lot of beautiful visual moments. In fact, this one is well meant to be cutscene as well. As you can see, showing you what you can do. But yeah, the game is, honestly, I recommend anyone who wants to play it. It's just a relaxing, calming game, you know. And there's a lot of things to do in the game. I'll talk about them when we go showing the case about. I will just pass the journey as anyone. But yeah, a beautiful journey game. Oh, as well, this one is perfectly on the controller, not on the laptop. You can play it on the PC, you can play it on the PlayStation, you can play it on the phone. This game is honestly like, well, so you can say, that is a sponsored game? No, I'm just legitimately saying, honestly, this is a game. Depending who you look at information-wise, but I'd say this, it's worth to play at least once of your life, for sure. In all the way, the journey, right? All the way. I recommend you, I please ask you to do so, because this game is worth it. So, and believe me when I'm saying I'm skipping a lot of things. There's so much to do here. There's so much way to go here. Like, the world is like, the word to put open world is legitimately a thing. And that's what makes this beautiful. It's linear storyline, but it gives you enough open you pathways, giving you options, you know? But there always will be that one path you follow, and that is what you see there, right? If you see the light, the beacon light star thing, that's just what you need to go to. That is your path. I'm saying some of them like looking at it and saying, oh, that looks something, I need to go there. Yes, that's where you need to go, and that is the path, the beginning of your journey. For some others, it will be a little bit different than what I'm doing right now because I already passed the game. I have away a lot of the fragments specifically for flying along, so be aware for you it will be a completely different journey. But give it a chance, enjoy the journey, take your time, don't force yourself as well to play. Just, you know, take your hour or two of your time if you want, or maybe just 30 minutes because the game is not long. You can see me like play this game less than an hour. I literally make this journey, and this is maybe taking a little bit longer, but if you want to be open-minded and try things, because you can see there's a lot of people like me passing by this journey, and there's a lot of people you can make friends with, and they're all a wonderful community. And wonderful, honestly, really honestly, a wonderful community. I like made a couple of friends already that are so cool. As you can see, like, yeah, you're not the only one in this journey. I will showcase as well how it looks like as well. To show because you see them gray and everything. Oh yeah, here's the spirits. So this is spirits. Those of you give you stuff as well. I want to show you, but because the people are nearby, they're stopping me to watch. But simple term, this is the spirits. You find them, help them, and they will give you stuff. As you can see, like optional abilities. Well, I'm sure we'll be talking, but I'm a yapper, so I just want to explain. So some people didn't play the game. So yeah, there is this stuff. Honestly, I'll not explain much about it because I think you can understand what it is. But yeah, multiple different spirits, travel around and find, you know. And this is what's interesting about, right? You don't have to do this, what I just told you about helping spirits, helping, you know, socialize with people. You don't have to. You can completely go play this solo, and you can play, let's say solo, like no socialize with anyone. You can just go your own path. That's what I did mostly. I'm a person type to travel. I'm always this person who like to look around in every darkish corner. And there's options, you know. And that's what I did. I really followed the path, and then I took my time as well to try different routes as there is. But you will see what I mean when there are some situations you probably need to do spirits, but that's later. For now, as you can see, it's really just beautiful game, beautiful storyline, but anyways, enough of me yapping about this. It's a year, you know? And then in fact, in my last, 4 years, 5, maybe it was 4, maybe more, maybe less. No, if be honest, 13, 14, 15, something between 16 and 14, I would say between 13 and 16 years right now in my life. It was a bit of a rough. In fact, what I'm saying, most of my life was a horrifying. Oh yeah, if you saw what I did, I just passed through thing. But I'm thinking you get it. I'll explain a bit later. Enjoy. Memories and stuff. Yeah, you can see there's a lot of options. Oh yeah, and you can see how you will look by sharing your candle with somebody else. You can see them how they look like, how their appearance, and you saw I can even befriend them. You can choose to make a friend. There's an optional, again, it's all optional. You don't have to do this. This is another buff. You should be playing the game a bit new. But here we have some couple of stuff already, so probably is playing around the event. There's the snow event right now happening in my time specifically right now in the 12/31/2024. Reminder, there's the winter event, and this is people gain some stuff from it, specific that. There's events, there's emotes, as you saw, sounds, all that. It's you don't even know you don't have to even talk with them. There's no option to bubble talk with them if you don't want to be friends. Like you don't want to socialize with them, you don't have to. Yeah, this is the spirit you find in the world, and you can see like you can choose to use your fire to awaken him. Each spirit has their own little quest line, so you will find out yourselves. Enjoy because they show the story as well about what they passed through as well their last time, I guess. I don't know. I nearly fully understood the story fully myself, but yeah. The game is, as you can see, maps are fragmented, so every location is special. So yeah, if you want to know if there is a map, I will show you later on. But yeah, what I want to talk about. This is a year indeed. Was a year. It's a year for sure. 2024 was a year. You know what's the fun about this year as well? I never thought in my life I would be here in Canada. Like, I always wanted to move to Canada. I was even planning and move to Canada. I was planning. But I didn't know what I would do in Canada. Honestly, I'm even to now, I now staying here. I don't know what 100% I want to do in Canada. Honestly, don't know. It's just one of those situations that like happen in my life. I don't know how to feel about it as well. Like, and I think it's just meant to be telling you guys that you doing you doing okay. For some will say no, you're wrong. You don't know what's happening to me. Some will say yeah, it's okay. Some of them will say it's going great. Some people say that was the year of change. At least for me, I don't know. It was the year of change for the good and for the bad. For some. I honestly don't know how to feel about this year myself. I want to say it's good, but at the same time, it was not good. It was the year of change. That's what I perceived. There were hardships, yes. Well, there were a lot of choices in life that was difficult, yes. And there's so many things happen, you know, like any journey, like here right now in Sky, you do something small thing, the others doing the same thing as you doing, and you will unlock this like weird thing right now, creatures who can fly off. I think I will be showcasing because you unlock them, you can do this. Oh my god, the music is beautiful too. Like one thing you will enjoy the most when you focus there, which is best life. There's a lot of options how you do it. You can ride the creature, you can fly as well, go upwards. Because those birds help you as well to get there. They give you back your energy, or call it your wings energy, so fly back upwards. So you always have an option to go upwards. But you can like take a ride of the creature, it will take you up there as well. So you don't have to always do it by yourself. So you always have help. And I think that's a good point as well to point out that it's hard to believe what it is. And even for me to this day, it's a bit hard to believe it. But at the same time, I know it's there. You're never alone, friend. You know? You're never alone. There will always be people like you in the world who have the same journey. You'll be amazed how much people like you there. But the more about it as well, religious wise as well, and some people religious will say, yeah, I know I'm not alone, but I know I will say I have my good protector God, Jesus, or any religion you believe in, honestly. Anyone you believe is right. Like anything to believe is right for you, called yours. Is called yours journey. So you believe you're not alone. You believe it or not, you are never alone. You're never. It feels sometimes alone. I do agree with you. I had that. I have in it myself as well. But I know I'm not alone. I've never been, and never will be, because I know I have someone watch over me. Maybe the world beyond, and maybe the above my head. Fuck, saying my ear hurts. But saying this, like, but yeah, you're never alone, friend, because you always been watched. You always have people watching over you. And you always be, you have real friends in your heart. You know, you have friends, you have companions, you have maybe pets, you have something, or even just spiritually wise, you have somebody with you all the time. You're never alone. Honestly, never. And they all just want you one thing good for you. It's help, love, and really just, blessings. Like anything, like really just hope and love, Because in the end of it in our lives, and I think everyone can agree. Oh yeah, just show like if you can see like spirits and all that, and for the explanation, this is the map I was talking about. You can find them everywhere in the worlds you're in them. And this world as well gives you specific item if you sit there long enough. I will not tell you what it is. You try, it's your. But as usual, meet new place. You can see your journey in front of you, but you don't know what's gonna happen. But jump ahead and go. Difficulties. Like life is difficult. Life is always be difficult. Never ever you need to deny that. You take a wrong turn. You feel like you're lost, and at one point you just sometimes, but yeah. But then sometimes you find your way back. It takes a bit longer time, but yeah. And did I do it on purpose? No, honestly, I just did it mostly without watching it. In fact, I recorded this video. I'm recording my voice watching my video because I'm going to edit it and add the voice to it as well, because it's just me free talking, not playing the game. I'm just freelance all the way, so yeah. And you can see, as any life, there's a wall, but there will also be someone opening you the door. And I think that's the good point, like, there'll always be paths to be open. At first it looks like somewhere you cannot go, but, there'll always be lights, and there'll always be a way to get in. You always have doors opening for you. And that is the most important part I think to remember, because it's the most gloomiest days, and the most harshest times, that there always will be something hurting you. Sometimes it's small, sometimes it's more worse, but there will always be a light to heal you, You always have to find a place to warm up and heal yourself. And yes, this is on purpose, because you can see like how you regenerate your energy by standing near the lights. And honestly, that's a good point, because it's, the light is always the good part. I've never said that, but even though a light is there, and even though it's gloomy, shadowy, and everything, right? But shadows will never be bad. For some people know this, some people don't, but know this. In darkness, there's never bad. It's just lessons. They're always meant to be your lessons, teachers and teachers. Like it, hate it, but they're never meant to hurt you. Like, there'll always be a place you can hide. There's always a place you can go to and be yourself. But there will always be light near you, right? And there will also be those who help you open the door. And in the shadows, you never lost, friend. You're never lost. It's just a temporary time you need to be there. For some, it takes years. Like, some is just having horrific times. And I'm saying horrific, but yeah. But there'll always be a place you could go to get a small light in your life, That is the most important part. Everything around you is gloomy. Everything around you is shadowy. Everything is horrible. And if you're trying to handle it right, it's difficult, it's annoying, it's a pain in the butt. Like, ask it, but, that's the catch. Like, there'll always be a small little light in the way. And there's always be messages to left. Colon free. As you can see, like, yeah. You're never alone, friend. There'll always be like you in a journey. Some just want to make it a little funny, make you a little laugh. Some will just want to give you a positive energy, and some of them want to give you happiness and joy and everything. But the catcher is you're never alone. And believe it or not, those people who are having this positive energy, they have their own scars, they have their own wounds. They are, as well as you, trying to find a little positivity in life that helps them get better. In the most rainiest days, in the most darkest and gloomiest times. But sometimes those are the times you need them, because it's your time you can think, give yourself time to think. Give yourself time to think what you want to do in life. And that's what I've been lately doing myself. Honestly, mates, my life is horrendous, in the word of horrendous, but I will never cry about it. At least I never cry to someone who doesn't know me. At least, because I want to share. Honestly, I want to share my story. I want to share my mindset and thinking, and I want to share to everyone to know that you're not alone. You have people like Kildial, right? Like Kildial in my life. I was born in a land, a very frosty land. And I know I'm born in Russia. It's difficult times. It was difficult times there. My mom gave me life in that time of wintry day, and I didn't want to leave. I didn't want to leave. I didn't want to leave the home. It was very warm and fun. You know, it was very warm, fun, and comforting. You know, like forcing me to leave that warm, comfort place. You know, like even though it was very comfy, and like it's so nice. And I felt like, you know, I didn't want to leave. It was just enough. I was happy that moment. I think at that time, I think I think it was happiest. And I think we all know how as babies, we don't care about how bad things happen. We just want to be happy. Sometimes we cry, and yeah, but you know, that's how it is. But they forced me to be birth in the world, or maybe Mr. Lordman Universe decided that, you know what? Nope, you are leaving this. You are making this world exist. Oh man, but my birth was so weird, mates. Heavens, that even the woman who helped me give birth, well, the first one, there were two of them. First one was taking my mom pregnancy moment, you know, like, well, pregnancy, you know, like, pregnant, she helping give me birth. But she was so bad at the job. She was forcing me to come out. My poor mom, she was hours, even half a day, maybe more, just doing her best. But I didn't want to leave, man. I didn't want to leave. But a second one came over. She saw the problem. She helped my mom. She helped me. And I came out to the end of it. I came out to the end of it. But you know what the first thing they told about me? The funniest, you want to hear? But honestly, this is the funniest part, you know? That's the funniest fucking part. You know what's the funniest part? They told me I would not survive the next day. Legit. First and foremost, because I was born as an egghead. Because the first person who did it, who truly helped me get birth forcefully, it was literally using tweezers in my damn dome. So it makes sense why I'm having problems with my head brain cells sometimes, maybe. Who knows? And I was forced to give birth, but she didn't manage. The good person came over later and she helped and she gave my mom correctly way to do it, and I was born normally. And obviously, talking to you guys, I survived. I survived, so obviously she was wrong. And I have no hate towards her, just so you know. I have no really hate towards her. She was a person, you know? She having her problems. She tried her best. She was doing things incorrectly as well. She was like, I don't know, what? Maybe she was inexperienced to this. Oh, she was over too worried or something, like, you know? Difficulties, you know? Like, sometimes it happens. But after some time, I was born, I survived, everything's okay, I'm alive. But my mom, mates, oh my god, my mom, her story was not ending there. Question was, needs in my videos probably you saw, oh, he's a VTuber user. No, he doesn't have his dad near him. You're right. My dad is back in Russia. He lives his life with his family, everything. In fact, the funny story, when I share my name, but we'll just say Wolf, right? My name will be by Wolf for now. And you know what's the funny part about it? My dad, when another woman, he gave birth like 3 children already. So I'm the first, but there are 3 more, so 4, I guess, by his lineage. But the 3rd child, or the 4th child, was funny because he forgot about me so harshly, so seriously forgot about me. Like I literally, like, so aggressively forgot about me. You can see how much of this, like, it's forgetting, like, oh, so forcefully, accident, but forget about me. He forgot I exist, and
but my name. Literally. And it's not a lie. I heard he got so much backlash for that as well. Told him that he's stupid. He forgot they have having a child and by that name as well. So it got to the point he literally forgot about me. And it's fine. You know what? It is fine. I have no anger towards him. Honestly, I don't have any issues, anything about him. This is how it is, you know, life how it is. It's not public, you know what happened, right? Let's just say this. He was young and stupid. He was having a lot of things to do. And my mom was as well. If you don't know traditions of Russian traditions, it's like you have to get married in the most youngest age, like 20-ish, at least, in the beginning, right? And my mom gave me birth very early age, like a very early age. And I was born, I existed, and you know, things look pretty. But my eyes, everything looks so pretty, right? Like perfect acknowledgement. Like for me, everything like this, right? Where every child's lives would be like beautiful, nice, a little bit yucky there and there, but you know, you don't think about it. You think about the good things. And so you don't talk about it. I never knew anything about what happened to my mom, ever. After like years passed, right? Everything's beautiful, nice. For your child eyes, purity, it's like this is how it looks like, right? For us, as we are babies, children, and everything looks so pretty, look so cool, so new, so like new outworldly belief, like right. But harshly, reality is that my mom had a difficult time with him, very difficult. She was forced to get married with him, and he won't marry her because I guess he was forced as well to this. And how nice music it is. But just say it in a tone way. My mom had a forever reminder of him on her eyebrow. We'll say that. And she survived. Honestly, there's a reason why I call myself Hunter Wolf that day, because my mother is a survivalist. Like, she deserves to call herself a real survivalist, right? She did so much work. She did so much work. I don't think compare it to anyone. If you don't understand the word, she have nothing. It's legit. Like, back in that time with him, she ran away with me, clothing, and that's no documents, no anything, just pray that everything goes well, like hope. That's all she wanted. But mostly she held hope for me, and she fought, you know? And that's what the first thing she wanted. She wanted hope for me. The biggest thing, right, is hope for me. And honestly, I don't know how she did it. Like, you know, things just go fast, so fast. Hit the wall there and there. Sometimes try to play out everything's okay, you know. And yeah. So she hold hope. She managed to get her best friend, Ira. Her best friend, and she helped her. She had a place to stay with me, fed me. As I said, I'm a survivor, so my mom was a survivor. It's like she did everything she could. She had nothing. But obviously she had to come back there. But she came back there just to take everything she deserved to take. She got it. She had everything she needed, right? And the question is, where are her parents, right? Where's her mom? She was gone to Israel. She lived in Israel at that time. Yeah, she moved to Israel with her brother. With her son. That's my mom's brother. They lived there. They moved together. My mom wanted to stay in Russia, but because of everything that happened, but everything else that. Simple term, time passes. Time passes. Things happen. Things unfairly happen, you know? And a lot of things that happen in life can happen, you know? Like, really... You know, one point or the other, everything's calmed down, you know? Everything so fast happened, and now she's, like, slowly building her life back and everything. My mom had opportunities. Like, she had two opportunities, right? There was a one she was building, she wanted to go through. She wanted to live a life she wanted to go. Like, there was options. Now you think, oh, this is the way to go, and she wanted to go there. She tried. She built. She had a home. She managed to achieve everything. Like honestly, without anything she had, only thing she had is hope. She grabbed me and everything, right? But something happened and door closes, right? There was options like you can't go here, right? You can't go here. This is your thing. But something happened. She changed her direction and she changed it in a way like it's forever. We're gonna change your life, you know? She didn't know what to do with that. In that time with me, I was growing up. I was like an very young age baby and all that stuff. And there was a moment like she needed to work very hard. Like legitimate things gone very fast again. She chose a path. She found a path, and the path was mostly because of grandma, my mom, her mom. I'm doing confusing words right here. Her mom told her to give her an opportunity. Right, there was a new door opening. They want to give her, and they wanted to give her an option. And there's an option she didn't want to. It's two options, the same path. And she was not sure, but she took it in some way. First and foremost was me. I was the first to go. I was supposed to go there as more as an option because I go there to hang out with my grandma, and her mother, my grandma, and she took me in most funnest times. Like for me, of course, having fun, enjoying life. It was like a journey that I never knew I took a journey on. I didn't have really friends back in Russia. I don't even to this day I didn't have friends in Russia at all. Maybe. No, there's a lot now, but I mean like in my time. And slowly steady I was just having fun. Having enjoyable, being doing children do children, what children do children. Having fun. But I never knew everything was happening in the background. And my mom was doing her work. She was working hard. Like we talk about maybe 2 jobs, 3 jobs, but because I was in Israel with my grandma, it's my holidays, right? And so she didn't need to worry about me. She could have worked hard on her life there back in Russia. My mom was thinking about what to do. Meanwhile, I was just, kids be kids, grandma having fun, enjoyable joy, and my mom was working so hard. She would breaking her back, would breaking everything. She working in, like retirement houses, to other jobs and other jobs. My God, my mom worked so hard to achieve what she wanted to do for me, right? She wanted to do for me, everything for me. She didn't think about her future. She was thinking about me most of the time. And I know that because now I understand how much she really worked for me. And in time, that role changed as well. That's later. And sometime later, something happened. I stood longer than there. So I don't know why it's true or lie. Some say it's that true, some say it's that thing story. I don't know why. I'm in the middle of that. I heard stories. I'm hearing something has not fully told me the truth. There's no full true truth, but there's options. They're like, this is the story what happened. I stood longer than necessary in Israel, and something happened that my mom made a choice, and she chose to go to Israel as well, and she moved in. Everything was so weird that time then after that. I go to kindergarten, I got schools and everything. Live a life, normal life. You think, right? Oh, you're going to school, everything's fine. No, it's not. In fact, in kindergarten, the first forever I got a psychiatrist in kindergarten time. Why? Because my mom didn't know what to do. Because what happened to me, and then I think everyone would say, oh, but obvious what happened. Well, my mom and my grandma thought I was like, don't know what to do. Like, teachers told them, oh, there's a big problem. Something's big happening. But you need to do something because it's going to ruin his life. Like everything's so chaotic. Like, oh my God. Meanwhile, me having fun. I have no idea what's happening, right? As anyone, right? But as I'm having fun, meeting new friends, kids, and everything, I've been forced to go to places, to have fun, and I go to a psychiatrist, right? Without knowing. She checked me and she told them, like, my problem was I have a language problem. Language problem is that I was confused 3 languages. In that time, exactly, I was confused between English, Russian, and Hebrew. So I must combine all three languages. For those who don't know, those who know, simple term, I was talking a sentence of three languages at the same time. Like, hello, how you do? And then I say Russian something, and then I say Hebrew something, and go back to English. So it's like three languages at the same time, right? So they told me, them, my parents, like, just give him Hebrew. He will go to school. No, I forget. No, they told her to choose me a language so that I will need to live on, because that would be helping, right? In a time that may make sense, and I was going to school and everything, they said, you know what? Give him Hebrew. That's all he needs. So they talk to me only Hebrew, and I learned Hebrew. English was slowly like controlled. English was less. Russian was less. So I have no problems, right? I was, yeah. Things was okay. Things was okay. In time. I don't know what happened later, though. In time, something changed, and we moved to a different city for my grandma. Because all this time when my mom was living with my grandma, and what I found out, we were living with my grandma afterwards when my mom moved in, is because she was learning school and everything to get a degree, and she was forced to take a school, right? What school? My grandma was the type of person who was forced to, like, not forced. She's an old time believer, you know. Like, you have to work very hard, you know. You have to work very hard. You have to take the best job ever. And that is lawyers, doctors, everything. And in that time in Israel, it was considered doctoring like the best job ever. This is like the best thing you could do. But my mom didn't want to be a doctor. She wanted to be like a lawyer or like a government, how they call them, like CAA guy, you know, the person who handles the information and getting answers and helping police work and all that. She wanted to do a CIA job, you know, like that type of thing. But she wanted to do that. But my grandma said, no, you can't. That's not right. That's not the right way to go. And my mom listened, sadly, and she took a path. Was not, like, who knows, you know, like, life is a weird thing. My mom, who knows, maybe it was never meant to be. Maybe my mom not meant to go that path. But in that time as well, as journeys sometimes come, sometimes the darker times coming to you. And I get to my school time. I don't remember what the wording correctly, high school, low school, mid school, but simple school, right? Life, right? After I'm having fun and everything, you know, schooling is that. I had another problem. And it was a very simple, easy problem to fix that I didn't know that time. And even to this day, I'm still maybe have a problem with it, but that's not big of a deal now because I found my answers how to fix it. I have dyslexia. Maybe it's with ADHD, but honestly with you guys, now take my word on it. I don't know. I need to go tested by a doctor for that one, 100%, because I don't know if I have ADHD or something similar to that. But I'm also noticing I have like similar to ADHD, but a little bit dyslexia effect, both of them. Yeah, like because I cannot do things normally person kids can do. Like school life, I was doing my best. Like I'm honestly was doing my 100 best, and I get low grades all the time. No matter how I tried, I stayed school. I was learning. I was that. I was the, you know, the good kids who try their best for their parents, and that's the one. This is the turning point. I was knowing my mom's heart, like in that time as well. I knew, I felt like my mom was working so hard and doing everything for me. In that time as well, she got married to someone. He became my, legitimately, I could call him my dad. Honestly, to this day, I still see him my dad. It's a dad that's like, I call him one. Right now, it's a bit of a 50-50, but according to the same, but the 50-50, it's more in the good side. It's in the good side, dads. But as new things comes, the bad always comes as well. You know? And sometimes you don't know it yet. How scary it looks, you don't know what's happening. You call out for help, maybe, as well. But that's what happened to me. Because, like this jump, everything got spiraling down so fast. Everything spiraled so fast. I had a horrific time then. I will not say what year it is, but it's in the 2000s, if you those questions, right? And it was those times I didn't know what happened. I've been the good kid, I was a good kid. I was doing everything. But as you know, kids are assholes. Kids are bullies. I was the good kid, but everyone saw my weakness. Because I was the good kid, and that means I never punched back. And the result, I became a punching bag, a pushover, talked in the back, said a lot of mean things. And some lied to me, called me friends, called me close ones, but never invite me, never told me, never said to me, I have to do this and that, you know? I didn't know. I didn't know. I got to the point so badly. I get to the point in the middle of class as well. I was so sad. Really so sad. I not even sad. I got so much annoyed, and my teacher saw it. I knew my teacher saw it. I told them, I screaming about it. I asked him to stop. My teacher heard it, say stop, and it's continuing. I say that again and again, and it was like, and this bully was going so long too. One point or the other, I couldn't hold it. I started to cry because I think my teacher told me, stop crying. And I bursted. You know, I didn't know what to do. I was literally like running away. I ran to a bathroom, you know? I ran into the bathroom. I literally ran away from it so fast. And I ran to cry in the bathroom. I was crying so hard because I didn't understand what's happening. I didn't understand why is being treated that way, you know? Everyone's like, doesn't understand me, like, trying to help me in a way. But everything, and like, it's piece by piece, like, healing. But it was never help. Because everything around me was stopped and pushed away, trying to find my problems. Try to heal my problems, you know? I honestly don't know why it happened. I don't know why. They're trying to help me, they're trying to heal me, they're trying to understand my problem. I've been like, you know, this situation you have, like you draw something and say, this is my emotion right now, right? Child trying to find a way to tell them what is wrong with me. I'm angry, I'm sad, I'm alone. Everyone seems to think, oh, there's some kind of psychological problem here. Oh my god, it is a problem, okay, we need to take him to a psychiatrist again. Oh no. And I have been a psychiatrist so many times, and they all tell them, oh, he's okay, kid, he's okay, he's all doing okay, I don't know what's the problem. It's maybe, oh, you know, it's just being kids being kids, you know, not getting... Sorry. I, I never get help, you know? I never really got help when I really needed it the most. I never got help when I really mostly needed the most in that time, you know? And in that time, I really, really, really needed that help. I really needed that help so much, but no one could help me. And the only reason I hold up together, honestly, in my time, is that because of my mom. It's really because of my mom. My mom really was the guiding light for me. Like, you know, there is always the anchor of your life, and there's the guiding light in your life. And you want to hide, you want to protect it. You like that spirit I just did, right? Like, it's literally what it is. It is what it is, right? It was that specifically, like that specifically. I just want to hide. I want to hunt under a thing and never appear and show my head. But I persevered somehow. I moved on. I moved on somehow. I managed to survive. And yeah, I just continue moving forward. I move forward by the way because the only one to hold me together is my mom. So I persevered. I stood up and going forward, you know. I sometimes got back and helped people how much I could because I always saw people suffering and I wanted to help them. And that was that last 8 months thing happened to me, right? We moved back to Russia. Well, what I'm trying to say is that after everything that happened to me in that school, and from nowhere, like, you know, like from nowhere, we decided to move back to Russia. My God, I try to help everyone I could, man. I honestly, I wanted to help people. I so badly want to help people. I don't know why that time. I don't even know why. But then I try to find friends and help them to show them they're not alone, that time as well. But sadly, in time, you move on. As I said, I moved back to Russia with my parents. It was a question. I didn't know what's the much biggest deal about it, but you told me we're moving to Russia. Like, okay, we moved back to Russia. In Russia, 8 months. I repeat, 8 fucking long months. Sorry, fudge months. I was having the worst nightmare in the world. And just be aware, this is shows that I was not connected to internet at all. So that's why I'm like, my knowledge of internet stuff is so low. But yeah, I was so disconnected from everything, and I was living a life of weird. For a child, it was so scary, like now, like this in like this location on the map, it was so weird. It's surreal. It's new. You don't know what's happening. And then I found out about later something. As you have the guiding light in your life, right? You have this guiding light in your life, and you have this person in your life you care and love and compassion and hoping, and that you find out something about it as well, because there's always two sides of the coin, right? The person who was called my dad, sadly, was not perfect. He was scary on the sideline, but he was a good person. Honestly, he was. But when you find out the truth about him, right? And like this creature right now, right? He's doing damage. He hurts people, but not purposely, not knowing what he's doing. He's just lost control. I don't want to say the word because I know how YouTube will like it, but I guess I have to put that. And let's say you have a problem with drugs, right? You have a problem with drugs. Let's say that. You have a problem with that. And he's very bad, very, very bad at it, right? And my mom, she knew about it. She tried to help him. But she never expected something. The person I call my dad, he never been there. Like, and I say my dad, stepdad, right? I don't mean my real IRO dad. My dad IRO dad never cared about it. Even when we went back to Russia, he never cared. Even my throat saying like the sound, like, yeah, but he never cared. But not because he didn't care, because he has his own business, right? He's have his own life. But he knew about everything. He knew everything would happen. He knew what's happening, but he didn't care. He left me and my mom alone. My IRO dad. My stepfather, sadly, because of his problem, he couldn't do anything, right? He got consumed. To a land he never been to, he found everything he needs to get what he wanted, right? And for me, in my time, it was scary. Everything was scary. Everything was terrifying. You don't know what to do. You're trying to find the smallest things in life, positive. Like, everything looks so horrific that time as well. 8 months. But I think my most situation as well is that after some 8 months, after situations, I had a very scary moment as well. When I was alone, my mom had a job. She was job nearby my house, and I was like going outside to play a game. Outside there was an option, but there was something happened to me. It was a very close call as well, like this one. Like, honestly, this is legitimately perfect knowledge of what happened to me. I cannot say the word because I don't know YouTube how it likes it or not, but I really got almost close to done to me very wrong way. Let's say that. Let's say we command quote the word couch. Couch and people. Alright? I think that's what we understand. Couch and people. My best example, I can put it in without YouTube gear. But those who know, it's a bit of a dance. And it happened to me, almost. But something happened to me the last second. I managed to snap out of it. I really managed to, last second, snap out of it. Escape from that dangerous spot. And managed to run away. From it and survive that encounter. But that did affect me some way? Yes. But that time as well, I didn't know what's happened. But I knew it was wrong. Something happened, I knew it was super wrong. And I didn't tell my mom for a long time as well. I decided to hide it. Because I knew that's going to make her worry something. In my soul, I knew that was wrong with that moment, and I didn't tell my mom about it because I felt like it was unnecessary. So after 8 months, and my mom specifically as well, me and my mom, we after like I think it was 6 months because I took 2 months. The last 2 months was weird. We have a place of prosperity. We got help from people, like you saw. Like we find a place to recharge our energy, find a place to be peaceful, find have clarity. We have a place to stay. Maybe say there happened. But you know what they say? It's always a two coins a coin and two sides. It was not easy for anyone, and honestly, I don't know. And I don't know how to say it, but besides, like it was a wall hit by like a spear hit by a wall moment for me. Especially because, like, as the imagery was like somewhat way correctly was said, if you saw, and it was what it is. It was clarity for me because I think it's that moment I meant physical, like spiritual way. I knew I was doing. I sacrificed myself for my mom because you know what I said at the beginning. Like my mom did everything for me, everything she could for me, and that day is what happened to her as well. But then something happened. Honestly, something happened. I one time in the night, I think it was like what 10 p.m., 11 p.m. I couldn't sleep, so I came to my mom. I wanted to come to my mom, ask her permission to play a video game, because there was an RTS game I really like. I would think it was Kazaki, and it was Kazaki. What it is that it's a very strategic, very need to know game, but it was fun to play just for funs. I was not good at it, but I would like to build big ships, like big scary ships that you can shoot. Like I like to build stuff and everything else. It was fun to look at that. To know how to get to there as well was very fun for me. Yeah, I'm an RTS nerd as well. RTS now. So World of Warcraft for me, Warcraft 3 and Frozen Throne was my childhood. Congratulations in that now. But in that time moment, I knew that I mentally, physically now knew myself what I need to do. It was a horrific knowledge to know because my mom had to take a beating. No, not beating. No, that's correct. No, that's not correct to say. Don't take that out of context. What I mean to say, she got words in her face unfairly, like dropped in her face unfairly. Like like say like put a knife in like a knife or something like put you in a situation, unfairly situation, right? And I saw that from above, and I saw my guiding light. The one that you care for so much, it's been forcefully taken like aggressively, So like the kind I saw in my life, like I decided to take it into myself and sacrifice everything for her, everything for her. As the good people that help us, but in the end it was the bad people as well. As I said, two coins on the same side, right? It was not perfect. They were not perfect. They're not gonna hurt you anyway. They were not meant to hurt you, but they did hurting in a sense. They wanted to hurt. But till the story, we survived. We passed through the 8 months. We returned back to Israel. After that time, we got back. We got second chance. We got be meeting our people we wanted to meet. We had our option again. People met us and loved us and helped us a lot. But a lot happened, A lot of things happened that time. And it was a very, very weird time as well. It was a weird time here. But we got back. We got us like a second chance, I guess you could say. And my mom got me because in that time I was legitimately, I chose to become a warrior in that day. I chose to become a warrior and become a mentally broadened warrior for my mom, and be blunt and be strong for her every day. I become warrior for her. I knew I need to become stronger. I knew I need to get better, and I knew I needed to somehow find a way to help my mom. So I learned to cook. I learned to clean up my stuff. I knew how to do that beforehand, but now it became realistic. I cooked food for her. She was working hard, and everyone, like this imagery, like she like we were trying to find our place in life, and we found our lights. We found a place of clarity. We found ourselves a home, temporary home. It was maybe the best time as well. We find new friends, we know new people, we have found ourselves that we were being okay. We were doing okay. in time, right? What happened to the person is one I call dad or stepfather. My mom, of course, disengaged him and everything. But then something happened, moment there, and this is it's known as the 13-14 arc year. It was the years that I didn't know anything. I was blind as a bat in the mist of beyond. Like it was like a dream. Like like right now you see like the game, you got like going somewhere and you like woke up in a dream. And it feels like a dream, honestly. It's just so much things happened that year. Like 13, 14 years that happened. My God. There's so much things happened there. We believe we have people outside. We have a lot of people care for us. We have a lot of people who think who loved us. I was believed that we really been loved. But something happened that I didn't know. And the first and foremost was that person. There was a new person came into our life, right? And that person was a third. I don't even call him a father because he was 10 years older than me. That's all it is. And I just said, 10 years older than me, that's not a good sound, doesn't it? Not at all. But yeah. Now, well, he didn't do anything to me. He didn't hurt me or anything physically at all. Not once. Not even once. But mentally, he manipulated us all. Like, you know what they say? You buy one, there's lies, you manipulate our lies. Like, you give us hope, you give us light, you give us things. Like, everything looks so perfect. Everything still looks so beautiful. Life was going okay. But, again, back to school and everything, you know how it is. You work hard, you gain help. Like, I have never knew about life. My last, especially when I back to Israel, and then my last 2 years in the school specific, I will not go by name, of course, because I don't want to be aggressively attacked. So if you watch this, don't go against them. They do what they did, And what's the problem with that school was that it was worse than my old school, like legitimately worse. As again, I'm trying to maintain positivity, but they were nagging. Kids there was nagging, annoying, literally trying to be my friends and everything, But they're really not trying to be my friends. They were lying to me. They were lying to me again. They were lying to me. And there was one person. Honestly, there was that person was really a bully. That really cracked me. In a sense, in some way. He literally cracked me. I mean, literally tried to bang me in the head as well into the wall. It is that bad, yeah. And some kids even let me go to the bathroom, so I shit myself. I'm not joking. I shit myself. My mom found out about this. That was so. I didn't know about ground. Like I didn't know about, right? It was so horrific bad. But they know about it. But I continued moving forward. I didn't let that destroy me. I knew it was bad. It was bad very much. I asked for help. I asked for clarity, guidance, and I got it. After 2 years, I moved to a different location. A new peaceful location, a new school. The last 4 years of my life, school. It was the best school time of my life. That was my best. High school, I guess people call it, but it was better because that time I never felt me so in peace and know I was in a clarity place. Like I felt like I'm safe. I felt like I was safe. I was in a safe zone. I really felt like I was peaceful. I was surrounded with people with the same mindset. In time they were disappearing. In time you move to a new location. New year after new year. New places, new people. I even made friends. I even have a best friend right now in my time as well. But sadly, he was not perfect either. There was a lot of jumping hoops. There's like no learning, understanding who I am, right? And I was me. And I was having such a difficult time for me. That was, really, honestly, it was. I was eating shit like no tomorrow. I didn't even get help, honestly. Besides, no, I'm saying that I was gaining help, but mentally help, that school, specifically last 4 years school, was the only school decided, we want to test you about if you have dyslexia, ADHD or something. They test me, they found out, yeah, I have dyslexia. So they gave me easier time to learn, even though they put me in the stupid kids classrooms, right? But at least in that classroom, I got options. Teachers that really saw my potential really helped me to achieve it, helped me to move forward. They never let me drop because no matter what I did, they noticed I working hard. They noticed I working hard, but saw the kids manipulate, moving forward, back and forth. They didn't know what to do with me, but they didn't let me go down. They never let me stay in one spot. I always moved forward. So always somehow, some way, honestly, I don't know how I did it. I managed to move forward. I managed to move forward. I managed to get out of class until my last 11, 12 year, right? That was my last 2 years. And I was in my school time, and it was okay, you know? A lot of teachers that really care for me, they really say good luck. They really tell me good luck with life. They know, they believed I have potential. They really believe. And then, as you don't know, in Israel, after school time, we have to go serve the military. It's a requirement thing. Some people understand, I'm sure. It's a requirement. You have to serve, you know. So I did. It was 2 years and 8 months job. It was a job in some terms. After some time, I became very good at what I'm doing there. I was getting a lot of respect. I met a lot of interesting new people there as well in the military. In that time. Some that was out the yuppie doopies. It's like a secret choice. Like sometimes it goes good, but then it goes really bad, but they're good. You know, there was a lot of people like me which are trying to move forward in life. They try to understand what they do in life. Being a soldier really helped me to clarify, to get, you know, like my own positioning and my own perspective of life. Like, you know what you can achieve, you can do it. And they really helped me to understand I can do it. I am good at what I'm doing. They knew how to help me, and they helped me, you know. I was in the military group, aviation, aviation, but, you know, like engineering, like first degree engineering. If you don't know what I mean, it's been like, you know, the guy wakes up in the middle of the morning, prepares the helicopter and wait for the pilots to go and come back and do their things. That was my job. I did that for 2 and 8 months. That was my job. After my military, I didn't stay in the military because it was not my job. In the end of it, it was too much stress. Because what I was doing, it was helicopter stuff. And helicopters are scary, people. Like, legitimately scary. Oh, it was scary to work on those things. But it was fun, it was interesting, it was good, like, you know, good experience. You know, what is responsibility look like? You know, what is responsibility? And it really was like that. But in the time I was serving the military, I didn't know what was happening back in my home. Back with my mom. My mom, she's a walking liar sometimes. Not even sometimes, a lot. She lied. She lied in a good way, though. She's lying trying to not make me worry. That's what I'm saying. Like, I want to help her. Like, I want ready to do everything for her. But she never told me her problems. She never told me about her issues, right? And when she does tell me, she drops me like a big-ass blanket of shock in her life. And I didn't know what to do. There was so much problems there. There were so many problems. I was like in a dream, man. It was really a dream. And you know what's the funny about dreams? Like, you think everything's okay, like, okay, it was a dream. And later on you find out you got to the highest point. You get to the highest point and you think everything's okay. Everything's fine, right? But then you find out the truth, right? You find out the truth, and it's the most scariest about the truth. All this stuff, that person who lived with my mom all this time, who became married, lived for 13, 14, 15 years, he's a liar. A manipulative liar, but in most funniest way. You know Skyrim, if anyone knows? You know the speech, like, level 100? That was him. You have the silver, like, not the silver tongue, you have the golden tongue. But he had as well something else. He had a Down syndrome. But it was so bad that time as well. It was so bad. When we found out the truth, because of him, my mom almost lost her life. I want to blame him because, in a sense, because of his voices, his words, and manipulating me and everyone in our family to against my mother. He managed to manipulate against my mother. My own mother against me because but I was still caring for her because I wanted to help her. My mom got to the point she got over drinking. She got over drinking, very bad. Got to the point she having even not nausea, but amnesia effect. You know, like that amnesia, like believing things happening around her. Right? That was so bad. That was so bad times. But and thank God decided to give me. This is the point I would say, really, the universe and God and everyone really gave me an opportunity to save her. He really did. It was such a weird moment that time. Because I will tell you right now, when I'm saying I sacrifice everything, I sacrifice my money, I sacrifice my life, I sacrifice my future, I sacrifice everything for them, for both of them, for my mom specifically, but for both of them, because I want them to be happy. Holy fucking shit! I sacrifice everything for that. I sacrifice so much money for it. I have sacrificed by dollars wise. If you don't know, like maybe a hundred, 200,000, maybe no, maybe too much, 50,000. You know, like kids allowance. And when you work in a part-time jobs, you know, jobs. It was bad. It was darkest time in my life ever in my life. I really didn't know what to do. I get to the point I couldn't help my mom anymore. I didn't know what to do. I didn't understand why it happened. I don't know why she's doing this. Why she's being like this. I knew one thing she had depression. I understood that, but I didn't know why. You know. So, what happened later? Like, my mom almost died. Like, almost to this day today, she almost died 4 times. Her choices got to her where she is. My choices got to her choice, and that asshole of man, fudge person, really fudged so hard. We're almost into the darkness. We almost got to the darkness, like that door. It's like almost we got there. Like that, how bad it could have gone. If you saw the door, I don't know. To understand was probably delayed for a couple of seconds, but it was that bad. It was that direction of showing like you could go there. It could go so bad there. But I decided not to go there. I decided to move away to my own little spot, to my own little future, for my hope and future. So in the end of it, my mom survived. She's okay now. She's better now. The manipulation is over. We found out the truth. Everyone knows about the truth, and everything is done now. I have a job. I was working for myself. I got myself an apartment. I got even got from him because he's an idiot. He gave me a car and everything. I got everything gone. Everything's going for me, right? But what I was doing was not what I wanted to do. You know, it was my own little peaceful location, but I didn't know what I wanted to do. I really didn't know what to do. So you know, I was got to the point I didn't know what to do. So I was thinking going back. Like there was sometimes I had to go back and think what I want to do. So sometimes you have, you know, like, and then came an opportunity, literally, doors opened to me in front of me, right? Options, opportunities, and everything, even the bad ones. But there was something else. There was something else. You know, I was working in a job was not my for me. But I said, but then I decided to cut off from that job in an instant because I wanted to do something for me. So what I'm trying to say is, right, people watching this right now, I made a choice to throw away everything away and start a new path. And what I'm trying to say to you right now, to watching this right now, I'm telling you, I'm right now in Canada. I'm right now in Canada. I taken picture. I've been in Portugal, even, and I am in Canada, and I am right now saw a new line, a new beginning, right? A new belief. I believe right now I am being watched. I believe I have a future for myself. I believe that I have the strength to build my future. And this time for myself. And that's why I want to make videos. I want to make, but mostly, no, it's not even that. I just want to make thing. And I feel like I want to share my story. But at the same time, I want to share to give you know that there is hope. That there is hope, my friends. There is a future for all of us. There is. You don't have to live in a life where you are in. You don't have to force yourself, man. Honestly, don't. There is a future for yourself. There is hope. Because if I manage to survive all of that shit, and I'm till the audit, right? I'm told you all the way story, but there is a lot till the R. But let's just say this: if I manage to survive it, if I manage to become a hunter and survive and eat all the crap in the world, and yet I'm managing to be here right now today, I'm getting help. I know I'm being guided. I know I'm getting help from the above beyond, and I know I'm getting super help and believing that that's one thing. Well, I think that's the most quote here. I think we need to start.
this new year as well for all of us. To this new year, friends, believe, hold hope in your heart, and hold love even closer. And you will do it. You will survive. You will accomplish what you want in life. This year, 2025, will be our year we can build. Now, I'm not saying everything will be perfect, of course. Nothing is going to be perfect. Obviously, something is going to be stupid happening, but it will be our year. It will be your year. That person sitting behind that screen and watching, hearing me talking even now, even though the video probably ended, I should be ending in this video, but I want to tell you right now, you can do this. You can accomplish. You can persevere. No matter how things bad goes, you can push forward. You can. Remember that. You are not alone either. Goddamn phone. I guess it's just a beep. It's time to cut out. I guess it maybe just shows it's time to stop. But I want to tell you this. You can do it. And you achieve. You can achieve. It doesn't have to be this year, but you will achieve your future because it took me almost all my life. It took my almost all my life to get to where I am right now. I'm now going to start building. And this is the year right now. 2025, my friends, is the year of building for ourselves, of hope, of love, light, and dreams, and just prosperity. And but honestly, just pure of light and love, more than anything. Hope, love, and light. And you can do it. You're the ones who can do it. Anyways, I'm not going to bother you here anymore. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening to my yapping all this time. And I bless you. I pray for you. I hope for you. I love, platonically, love all of you to have a wonderful year and have a future for yourself. Love is in the air, my friends, and is always there with you and always protects you. Religious wise, universal believer wise, or just yourself, but you know this, you're never alone. And you're never alone. Because I'm here, we're telling you right now. I'm here, and a lot more people like me out there. They want to tell you right now, you can do this, and you will survive. You are a warrior, but there's will more. You are a light, a shining light to any person in the world. And no matter what bad people come to you say you're wrong, tell them you listen to them and say, okay, but you continue moving forward. You continue moving forward and continue your future you want to build for your love, for your hope, for your prosperity. So I bless you and pray for you. And Happy New Year's, my friend. Happy 2025. And I cannot wait for what you achieve in this year, this new year. Bye bye.